your group won the turnover battle in Miami and was able to generate a lot of offense off of it. How important was it in this game or last game, and how important will it be tonight against this team that also thrives in that area?
Yeah, I think for what we did against Miami, it was very important to take care of the basketball, show what we're capable of doing. But it was a great test for us, and a great situation for us to be in that game, to go against a team similar in Toronto who plays exactly the same way. They try to turn you over. They do a great job with active hands. They mix up the defenses. So you've got to be aware. You've got to be alert of everything that they're doing and be smart and play together the right way.
We hear a lot about the quote-unquote rookie wall. Just what have you told Noah as he gets to this point in the season and the minutes he's getting and in and out of the lineup and what that process is like for him?
Yeah, he's been a pro all year, staying ready when his number's called, getting the treatment, getting his work done. All those things have come into play. So I really think that just communicating with him to just continue to do the things he's been doing, but taking care of his body, getting his treatment, resting when he needs to rest. But just he's done a great job.
Someone who's not a rookie is Jonathan Isaac, the longest tenure player. We talked the other night in Miami what he did down there, but when you look back at the film, just how did he change the game for you guys, and what more do you need from that?
Yeah, I think we actually highlighted that, yesterday in the film session, like the way he was able to come in and impact the game with his defense. It wasn't about scoring, it wasn't about the shooting the ball or anything else. It was about how he changed the game with his energy and his defense, and that's what we're going to need from all of our guys, especially in a game like tonight. That we've got to have a high level of energy, and we've got to outwork a team like this.
It feels like we've been here for the last 6-7 weeks, just trying to build consistency and build a little bit of win streak. But what is the approach, or what do you need to say maybe to change things up to start kind of building that win streak?
Yeah, I think it's hard to be consistent when you're changing things.
Yeah. Fair.
And so to that point, what we're doing is staying consistent in our routines, staying consistent in our habits, staying consistent in our game plan, not changing it up so much per opponent, but what do we do? Sticking to what we do. You talk about our defense needing to be where it needs to be. Well, we have to be consistent in how we approach it every single game. Same with the offense. What is our process and what we're going through the same way every single game.
I think Franz jogged off when we walked in. I don't know about the coincidence there, but what was he able to do this morning?
He's going to go through some work at post-shoot-around.
Okay, so
He didn't go through shoot-around, so he's going to go through some post-shoot-around work.
Coach, when you look at the offensive options they have a number of guys who could put it up. I think got 3 guys averaging over 18. That's not missing Quickly, who's reigning Eastern Conference Player of the Week. What challenges do they present on that end of the floor?
Yeah, having guys that can score at different levels, you've got to make sure you understand, one, the game plan, and how you take away their strengths. And then the second piece is shrinking the floor. We got to make sure we tighten that paint up and guys aren't getting downhill, so it creates these open closeouts for them and them getting easy early looks.
Coach, as AB continues to progress, what do you need to see? What's that next step for him?
I think it's just him continuing to command the floor and play with that high level of confidence. He's proven that knocking shots down consistently. He attacks the rim with so much force. That's another piece that we've seen. But I think it's just playing that level of confidence and swagger, commanding the floor when he has that ball in his hands. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Des, in that Miami game, you guys did an excellent job of using your defense to fuel offense and winning the turnover battle. How important against a team like this will that be tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's going to be a dogfight. It was up there in Toronto. We kind of felt like we let one get away from us. And we know, it's no trickery with them. It's whoever's going to play harder is probably going to come out and win the game. So we got the right mentality from the start.
What do you guys talk about after you see what works against Miami? And just we talk so much about finding the right path, but now that you've found it for one game, how do you bring that into more games?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it. I felt like since right before we played Cleveland, and in stretches of those games, felt like we had it. But it's just about building, and embracing what it is that we want to accomplish, on both ends of the floor. So I think we're trending in the right direction.
You need to it's been seemingly a month of this kind of win one, lose one type thing and not being able to build a winning streak. Do you need to change anything to kind of break that pattern now that you have that one win, or what needs to happen to start building that consistency?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's our attention to detail, on both ends of the floor, the way we prepare, to go out and battle. has to be sharp. You know, it's a very good league, hard league to win in, and you know, I think we're going to be ready tonight. That's it.
Appreciate it.
Tristan, against the Heat, you guys did an excellent job of winning the turnover battle and turning defense into offense. How important against a team like this will that be tonight?
Yeah, I feel like that's the main thing that fuels our offense. You know, heating guys up, pressure in full court, you know, getting after it defensively, and then running on the other end and just playing off of that. So as long as we create a good shot on offense, I feel like that's also going to help our defense.
You mentioned the defense. How did J.I. help change things the other night in Miami?
Yeah, I mean, he was tremendous. I mean, you know, you can always see the type of defensive talent that he is once he steps on the floor, and he showed it again, and you know, he helped us out big time. You know, covering for us in the paint, especially rebounding, crashing on the offensive glass, and you know, he was just playing with confidence out there, and yeah, love to see it.
What have you told or given advice to Noah at this point in the season? Maybe hitting the rookie wall a little bit, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we're all in constant communication. I haven't had a specific sit-down conversation one-on-one with him, obviously, but yeah, I feel like everybody's kind of in his ear already, so I'm not trying to add to that.
It's obviously been a little while. You guys have kind of been in this win one, lose one stretch. How do you change? Do you need to change anything, or how do you kind of change your approach, like looking to try and build a winning streak now, and build off of the game on Wednesday?
Yeah, same thing. Like one game at a time. I feel like you know, we can't let the past kind of pressure the game that's coming up even more. We just got to do our job, focus on one possession at a time, and be able to continuously do that for 48 minutes. Yeah, I feel like we just been having lapses in games where we kind of, you know, let the game slip a little bit. But as long as we're locked in, I feel like there's nothing that could go wrong, really.
Thanks, Chris.